long before humanity ever walked on the moon, before astronauts planted flags in lunar dust, before Mars rovers explored distant deserts, the Soviet Union was already attempting something even more terrifying: landing on Venus. At first glance, Venus appears calm and beautiful in the night sky. It shines brighter than almost every other object above Earth, glowing like a peaceful white star just after sunset. Ancient civilizations worshipped it, astronomers admired it, but beneath those glowing clouds lies the most hostile planet in the entire solar system. A world where temperatures are hot enough to melt lead, where the atmosphere is so dense it can crush steel, and where toxic clouds filled with sulfuric acid circle the planet endlessly. For centuries, humanity had absolutely no idea what the surface of Venus looked like. Telescopes could only observe the thick cloud layers, completely hiding the world below. Some scientists believed Venus might contain oceans stretching across the entire planet. Others imagined giant swamps, tropical jungles, or endless deserts hidden beneath the atmosphere. Science fiction writers described Venus as a humid, alien paradise filled with strange life forms and dangerous creatures. But the truth was far more horrifying than anyone imagined. During the height of the Cold War, while the United States and the Soviet Union competed for dominance in space, Soviet engineers decided to attempt what many considered impossible. They launched a series of spacecraft toward Venus, known as the Venera program. These probes were not designed to remain safely in orbit. They were built to descend directly into the atmosphere of the deadliest planet in the solar system. It was one of the boldest engineering projects in human history. The first missions ended in disaster. Some spacecraft failed before leaving Earth orbit. Others lost communication during the journey. A few reached Venus only to be destroyed within moments of entering the atmosphere. Engineers quickly realized Venus was unlike anything humanity had ever faced before. The atmospheric pressure on the surface is around 90 times greater than Earth's. Standing on Venus would feel like being almost 1 kilometer underwater in Earth's oceans. Temperatures reach around 470 degrees Celsius, making Venus even hotter than Mercury. Despite being much farther from the sun, electronics overheat, metal weakens, circuits fail. Venus was not just difficult to explore. It actively destroyed everything sent there. But the Soviets refused to stop. Each failure became a lesson. Engineers redesigned the probes over and over again. Heat shields became stronger, pressure vessels became thicker. Cooling systems improved, communication equipment was reinforced. Every mission pushed slightly farther than the last. Slowly, the Soviet Union began solving the impossible challenge of surviving Venus. Then, in December 1970, everything changed. Venera 7 became the first spacecraft in human history to successfully land on another planet and transmit data back to Earth from the surface. Even though the probe survived for only a short time, it proved something extraordinary. Humanity could actually reach Venus. It was one of the greatest achievements in the history of space exploration, yet many people today barely remember it happened. The signal sent back by Venera 7 confirmed the unimaginable conditions on the surface. Temperatures were far higher than expected. Pressure was crushing. Venus was not a tropical paradise. It was hell. But now the Soviets wanted more than data. They wanted pictures. They wanted to see the surface with their own eyes. Several years later, Venera 9 changed history forever. As the spacecraft descended through Venus's atmosphere, it passed through enormous cloud layers moving at hurricane speeds. Outside the probe, sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense atmosphere, creating an eerie orange glow. The deeper the spacecraft descended, the hotter it became. Temperatures rose rapidly, pressure increased beyond anything experienced on Earth. Yet somehow, the probe survived. Finally, after falling through nearly 50 kilometers of atmosphere, Venera 9 landed on the surface of Venus. For the first time in human history, humanity saw the ground of another planet. The images shocked scientists around the world. Massive dark rocks scattered across barren terrain beneath a dim yellow-orange sky. No oceans, no jungles, no signs of life, just silence, stone, and destruction. The landscape looked ancient and lifeless, almost like the remains of a volcanic apocalypse, frozen in time. And perhaps the most incredible detail of all was that these images were captured while the spacecraft itself was slowly dying. Every second on Venus was a fight against impossible conditions. Internal temperatures inside the lander continued rising rapidly despite the cooling systems. Electronics began failing one by one. Yet before shutting down forever, Venera 9 managed to send enough information back to Earth to completely change our understanding of Venus. The Soviet Union followed this success with even more advanced missions. Venera 10 landed shortly afterward and returned additional surface images. Then came Venera 13 and Venera 14, among the most sophisticated planetary landers ever built at the time. These probes did far more than take pictures. They carried drills capable of digging into the Venusian soil. They analyzed the chemical composition of rocks. They measured wind speeds, atmospheric chemistry, pressure, and temperature. Some even recorded sound from the surface itself. For the first time in history, humanity was not only seeing another planet, it was physically interacting with it, touching it, studying it, listening to it. Venera 13 became one of the greatest successes of the entire Soviet space program. After landing on Venus in 1982, it survived for more than 2 hours on the surface, far longer than expected. During that time, it captured some of the most famous images ever taken in space exploration. The photographs revealed flat slabs of volcanic rock resting across orange-brown soil beneath thick, glowing clouds. The lighting on Venus looked deeply unnatural, almost like permanent sunset trapped beneath a toxic sky. Shadows stretched strangely across the landscape. The atmosphere appeared heavy and suffocating. The probe even recorded weak sounds from the surface, possibly caused by wind interacting with the lander itself. Imagine standing there, a sky completely hidden behind endless clouds of sulfuric acid. Air pressure capable of crushing your body instantly, temperatures hotter than a self-cleaning oven. A dead volcanic wasteland stretching endlessly in every direction. No blue sky, no water, no life, just unbearable heat and silence. Venus was not simply another planet. It was a nightmare world. Yet despite those horrifying conditions, the Venera missions made extraordinary discoveries. Scientists learned that Venus had experienced enormous volcanic activity throughout its history. Huge lava plains cover most of the planet. Massive volcanoes rise kilometers above the surrounding terrain. Some are larger than any volcano found on Earth. Researchers now believe Venus may still be volcanically active today, with eruptions potentially happening beneath the clouds even now. The atmosphere itself turned out to be equally terrifying. Winds in the upper cloud layers can reach hundreds of kilometers per hour, circling the planet in just a few days. Yet near the surface, the atmosphere behaves almost like a thick, invisible liquid, moving strangely slowly due to its incredible density. Lightning storms may flash deep inside the clouds. Sulfuric acid rains form high in the atmosphere before evaporating long before reaching the ground because the surface is simply too hot. The deeper scientists studied Venus, the stranger it became. One of the greatest mysteries was why Venus evolved so differently from Earth. The two planets are almost identical in size and composition. Both formed around the same time. Both likely possessed similar ingredients early in their histories. Some scientists believe ancient Venus may even have had oceans of liquid water billions of years ago. But something catastrophic happened. A runaway greenhouse effect transformed the planet forever. Heat became trapped inside the atmosphere. Oceans evaporated into water vapor, which trapped even more heat. Temperatures spiraled upward uncontrollably. Eventually, Venus became the hottest planet in the solar system. The oceans disappeared forever. The atmosphere thickened into a suffocating blanket of carbon dioxide. The surface transformed into an inferno. In many ways, Venus became a warning about how fragile planetary climates can truly be. But the Venera program represented something even greater than scientific discovery. It was one of the most astonishing engineering achievements ever accomplished by humanity. Building a machine capable of surviving Venus seemed almost impossible. Every component inside the landers had to endure temperatures and pressures unlike anything experienced anywhere else in space exploration. Engineers constructed thick titanium pressure vessels to shield the electronics. Advanced insulation attempted to slow the deadly heat. Special cooling systems were designed to keep instruments functioning for just a little longer. Cameras had to operate in crushing pressure while surviving temperatures capable of destroying most machinery on Earth. And despite all of that engineering brilliance, Venus still destroyed every probe eventually. Venus always won in the end. Yet for a brief moment, humanity survived there through machines. And those few moments changed space exploration forever. Even today, decades after the final Venera missions ended, the images captured by those Soviet probes remain some of the most haunting photographs ever taken on another world. No modern mission has returned humans to the surface of Venus since then. The conditions remain too extreme, too dangerous, too destructive, but interest in Venus is growing once again. Scientists believe the planet may still hide enormous secrets beneath its clouds. Active volcanoes may still erupt there today. Strange chemical reactions in the atmosphere continue puzzling researchers. Some controversial studies have even suggested the possible presence of unusual molecules high within the clouds, sparking debates about whether microbial life could potentially survive in regions where temperatures and pressures are less extreme. New missions are already being planned. NASA's Da Vinci mission hopes to study the atmosphere in unprecedented detail. Veritas aims to create incredibly detailed maps of the surface. The European Space Agency is preparing the Envision mission to continue exploring the planet's mysteries. Humanity is preparing to return to Venus after decades away. But no matter what future missions discover, the Venera program will always remain legendary. These Soviet probes became the first machines to to descend through Venus's clouds, the first to survive on its surface and the first to show humanity what this terrifying world truly looks like. Beneath the beautiful glowing object in Earth's night sky lies a planet of crushing pressure, endless volcanic plains, toxic storms, sulfuric acid clouds, and unbearable heat. A world capable of destroying almost anything that touches it. And yet somehow, against impossible odds, humanity still managed to reach it.